Alright, so here we have the dual source, dual fuel refrigerator from Dometic. If you pick up the trailer or if it is delivered, the refrigerator will be on, will be running, and will kind of be customized to whatever setup you're running, whether it be a campsite with shore power being plugged in through the 30 amp cord, or if you are dry camping or at a campsite that doesn't have electricity, then it will be running off of the propane tanks out in the front. Something that may happen, hopefully not, hopefully you don't have to watch this video, is if the refrigerator stops cooling, or if you start to hear some interesting things coming from the unit, and we'll go over some of those things. Alright, so when the unit is on, this button on the left will be in. Okay. The auto light is on, meaning that it's trying to discern whether to pull from propane gas or from electricity. So if you're not plugged into either, or if one has run out, there's something wrong with that, you might be hearing this clicking noise. That is the system trying to start up, and it's not getting the fuel that it needs to turn on the refrigerator. And so at some point you'll be getting this error message or the tone that lets you know something isn't going 100% correct. So open or closed, and the refrigerator will start beeping. It is an insulated unit, of course, so you don't have to be too worried. The stuff that you have in there that has been cooling this whole time will remain cold until we can get this problem fixed. But this is the refrigerator letting you know that something is wrong. Okay, so this check light is flashing and there's a tone, and so you know that something needs to be fixed. So if it's an electrical problem, you can check the ship to shore cord where you're plugged in, make sure that all those connections are good. I'll have a video on that as well on setup. The other thing that you can do is you're going to have to reset the unit by turning it off like I just did, waiting 3 to 5 seconds. And then what you're going to go ahead and do is turn the unit back on and click this button over here. That'll take it off of auto mode and start pulling directly from the propane gas system. Alright, so you'll go ahead and come outside to the front of the trailer and take off this cover that goes over these LP propane gas tanks. There are 2 of them. Okay, so you have a switch here. This long end has an arrow on it, and it indicates which tank that it's pulling from, either this passenger side or the driver's side. So just to let you know what's going on, we'll go ahead and switch this over to this side of the tank, and we'll turn it on, make sure that it is on, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, all that stuff. Okay, turn it all the way to the left till it is on, and that means the gas is going to go through and start feeding the trailer, your stoves, your heater, and also the refrigerator. The gas may take a minute or so to fill the lines and make the fuel available to the refrigerator. Okay, but once you've made sure that your gas tanks, the propane gas tanks, are turned on, and that the selector switch is pointing in the appropriate direction for which propane tank you're using, go ahead and come in here, start it back up again. You're going to press the on, and again make sure that this is selected to gas and not to auto. We'll just quicken things up a little bit, and I just heard the gas click on, and so now the fridge is running. So obviously, as long as your fridge is keeping your things cool, you know it's running. But a good way to be sure of that, a little confidence check, is as long as this button is down or on, you know that the unit is on. And as long as nothing is flashing or beeping, then the refrigerator is running and keeping all of your items cool. So if it looks like this with no lights, no buttons, that's a good thing, and you should be good to go.